Dearest, beloved, divine friends, family, brothers, sisters, your friend, your brother, me, Hajji, Dr. Roshan Khan, in the raw archives, Guyana free media. And I decided to take this time off to do this particular bit of reading and commentary on this topic. Police targeting motorcycles, bicycle bandits to clamp down on crime. I wish to state that I am dismayed at certain times with certain people who think they are very smart. And sometimes they make comments because they have what you call motor, and then you have the real thing called guitar. Some people just like to be relevant. Even though they don't know much, they come up with some idiotic ideas when you share something because they want to be, like I said, relevant, that they too have come of age. And I'm saying that this not because I like to put people down or I like to humiliate anyone, but there's some people like that. For example, in a certain grouping that I'm involved in, and I'm commenting at times, and other persons commenting, and some people commenting with great intellectual veracity, brilliance, as it has to do with in this topic, it's security. Others just become like want to talk, not understanding security, and also lacking communication prowess and skills and exposure. And when I shared the point that we need to have a stop and search, right away, a few of them, blah, 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 people's rights, and they're supposed to be security specialists, so to say, but many people are no longer security specialists who operate a security company. People most of whom operate security companies today are not security specialists. You know what they are? Opportunists, for example. People have a retail, wholesale, halal, mining, security. There's a technique there, and the authorities that be within the senior hierarchy of the police department, unfortunately, some of them, and also in the government circles, because the cabinet, they do not have, and the government does not have a proper security policy as it pertains to private security. So all a person needs to do is to add a security at the end of whatever business they operate. For example, a man might operate something printing, some graphics, and behind the graphics, I put and security. A man is a hustler with construction, and he adds security. And so those guys, or he's running a butchery, and he adds security. Or he's operating a fish stall, fish vendor, and security. And very soon it will come time when any workers, in fairness, if that is how you're doing it, will call for security. Guys who are cutting cane and they form a gang, and they will say, we are cane cutters and security. And so they will get all the kind of security equipment that they may need, including weapons of mass destruction, technically. So this is a problem that we have in Guyana. Some people don't understand security, so they try to say, oh, so security. Some of them barely have a high school. Well, some people are qualified and they can make educative information and so on, and commentaries. That is a problem that we have in Guyana. Security services is no longer the way a security service is supposed to operate. In reality, friends and family, the security industry is being wiped out. The security industry is being wiped out because every store owner, every businessman, every human being, in whatever capacity they involve in, retail or wholesale, they put security, they get a security license, and then, whoa, they're all security specialists, and so many of them, motor, versus guitar. But there's some brilliant individuals who are qualified, educated, understand security, and anyone also with a capacity of good common sense, not despotism and using some political thing because you think this for a political party or you think you did that for a political party. They will get this contract for you and they will get that contract for you and they will give you this and they'll give you that, and you use your contacts to pull pressure on certain departments to give this one this and give that one that. Technically, to my opinion, friends and family, security industry in Guyana is way down. It is no longer the way we used to operate in the early days of GAPSO 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. It is every Tom, Dick, and Harry everywhere wants to operate a security company, basically hoping they will get some business, but mostly to get firearms. And nowadays, we are so lost, my beloved divine friends and families, in security, that even the authorities that be, including within the police and the government, they seem to think that these big, long AR rifles or submachine gun can function in Regent Street and Water Street. And they're giving approval for these big guns when those guns were really meant for the interior. Even shotguns are not useful, because shotguns are things, when fired, have a tendency to cone out. And dozens of pellets, some very deadly, could cone out and create mass destruction. You don't need all these kinds of weapons. You don't need an AR rifle that could shoot through people. You don't need a submachine gun in Rob Street, near High Street. You don't need a Chinese supermarket or a boutique, an AR rifle or a submachine gun. And many of which has been stolen through the element of surprise. So we have, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, what I see as a security crisis going on. As soon as you give some advice to people to carry small caliber weapon, security guards are not at war with the nation. Security guards watching a store, a boutique, a residence, a little, even a little factory. We are not in war with the criminal elements. And many of them will jump in and say, well, crime has changed from then to now. You know, crime has changed way, but show me what any security officer with one of these big time weapons has done, versus how many of them have lost their weapons. So friends and families, this thing of firearms and weapons is a very serious matter and affair. And I wish that the government of Guyana can wake up. When the new government took power in 2020, I went to pay a courtesy call to the Minister of Home Affairs, the Honorable Robson Ben. And I took a letter with me to him, showing him how these things. A security service has to be, ladies and gentlemen, a license. It has to be hard to get like a bank. Not because you add security behind your business name, does it mean you are running a security service. I heard one police officer that I respect say, well, it's good to give everybody guns because they're going to help the police. Oh, really? Some of them are renting their weapons out. Yeah. Some of those business people, brokery and security service. Restaurant and security service. Retail, wholesale, mining and security service. Dockery and security service. Curry shop and security service. Plumber and security service. I'm so shocked at the government right now. This thing really started in the previous government in 2015. To a lesser extent before 2015. More so in 2015. Now, it has become a pandemic where every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to open a security service. And so the security industry that we're accustomed to has gone down. Nobody wants to hire a security guard anymore because they put security aside and they go open a security service of their dry goods and security service, grocery store and security service. So the security industry is being wiped out. A security service license has to get to be as difficult to get as a banking license. A bank to operating a financial institution. This is how it has to operate. Government of Guyana, Commissioner of Police, hierarchy in the police. And I know many police have friends that they want to help to get certain high-powered equipment in security. And so they're going to do just that. We know a case whereby one security company, at the signature of a former Minister of Home Affairs, without police input, I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, without the firearm board approved 47 or so weapons to a security company we just registered. High-powered weapons, playing Galway all over the place. And lost a whole series of weapons. And behaving that they are it when it comes to security. Listen, I don't have a problem with people trying to develop their business. But how can a Minister of Home Affairs not go through what is called due diligence? Friends and family. This country is in serious shambles. One, because we are too small, because everybody know everybody, and everyone think they have so much people in government who going to get them this and get them that and get them that and get them that. One man called me the other day, Mr. Khan, I got a brother, his name is so. The brother is an ambassador. And Swan, and my brother is helping me, and anyhow, all right, and getting my gun license, my security service license. I want to tender for a Borbis region. I want to tender. I just do this kind of business on a busy night and day. So I asked him, if you're so busy night and day, and you got good business, why you want to open a security company? I said, and you want to supervise hundreds of people? Oh, yeah, I could do it. So this is what's going on. So the man just out of the blues went to get his security license. And I want guns. Tell me how to get the guns. This is what's going on in this country, ladies and gentlemen. Man running an auto body shop. Auto body vehicle repairs and security. So the friends and family businesses who are genuine security services, I feel sorry for you guys because your business actually wiped out. There's no technically hardly any need really for security services. And slowly you'll be, because every Tom, Dick and Harry wants to become security specialists by just putting security at the side of their business registration name. So friends and family, that is not the topic I had intended to start with, but this is very prudent and necessary. And I'm going to send this to all the government officials, all the police department, all the senior police officials and officers, and share this out. And some of them will be mad at me because they will think that I'm humbugging their friends. Look, I'm a friend of the Guyana Police Force, and when I will always be their friends. But there are a few of them who really do wrong to the citizens of this country, the Constitution of this country. Government of Guyana, security service is a dangerous thing. All it takes with all these guns within security companies, all it takes is one charismatic personality. One charismatic personality to come about and to galvanize those guys. In the event of a political confusion or misunderstanding or problem, and galvanize all these guys and become a horrific force against law enforcement and government agencies, even the military in this country. So much guns are wronged in this country. I'm advising the government of Guyana to do a study to see how many guns security services have at this time in this country. High caliber weapon versus low caliber weapon. In the industry, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, you do not need high caliber weapon unless you're in mining. When Mr. Robeson, man, a man I respect a lot, said, well, you know, I can't go against mining, you know, Roshan. I said, I'm not saying to go against mining. The weapons are perfect for mining. Yet still, in the mining industry, they keep on losing their weapons because the criminal element has something called the power of the element of surprise. In French, we say, l'élément de surprise. L'élément de surprise. The element of surprise. And this is why these big guns in the supermarket I'm talking about, and some motor come out on the WhatsApp group that we are chatting, and defending that those big guns, but you can take, I don't want to say it here open, but many of them have lost their weapons, and you can take amazing things to take away those weapons. I'm so sad and so depressed, but I can't comment more on that. So you need small caliber weapon. You don't need weapons on the 9mm or whatever that they seem to fancy, and even more advanced weapon as pistol, and they put it on their knees, and they're walking around the place, and you can go give them one good slap and take away the weapon from them, or a punch in the face. You need a concealed weapon. We were trained, friends and families, ladies and gentlemen, we were trained to conceal our weapons, not to make it an advertisement to the criminal eyes. Concealed firearms. Friends and family, government of Guyana, my friends, leaders of the Guyana Police Force, positive people of this country, cabinet, listen well to my words. You are creating horror in the country by giving too many people too many guns around. And when I say this, some people get annoyed with me because they believe a gun is a DVD or a VCR or a watch or a remote control. You're humbugging me from getting guns. You're humbugging everybody wants guns. I know one man who is dealing in auto sales. His mother-in-law got a gun. His father-in-law got a gun. Old. His wife got a gun. His sister-in-law got a gun. His maid got a gun. Everybody's swearing as if they're SC, so they get guns in the place. I'm telling you, friends and families, brothers and sisters, this thing of opening up this thing for security so every Tom, Dick and Harry can just put security behind it is creating a catastrophe in the nation and destroying a respectful national and international industry. This is the only country where such laxity operates as with security services. So anybody, my guy doing a few small contract work for me, he's telling, you know, Mr. Khan, I heard so people went and registered security company. He got a gun. He got guns. His neighbor got a gun. His other neighbor got a gun. His worker got a gun. A man got a radio station. He going to put security service. So that all of them operating the radio station got guns. They got no business, but they got guns. President Dr. Irfan Ali, Vice President Dr. Barjak Dev, you're a thinker. Brigadier, Prime Minister Mark Phillips, men and women of Cabinet, Parliament, men and women of substance. Beware of this old head, started security service over 42 years ago with $7.50 and rode through the ranks. Still very humble, but one who understands. Careful with the motor versus the guitar. Some people talk for the sake of talking. Friends and family, yours truly, your brother me, Hajji, Dr. Roshan Khan, in the raw. RK's Guyana Free Media on the abuse of the title or the name Security Services in Guyana. Thank you and farewell, friends.